look at you and it's easy to see you are that someone I've been trying to meet. I got your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on the
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Legal World. Myself Dr. Seema Goyal. Today in this video I am going to discuss next question relating to the Indian judicial system. My question is, discuss the provisions concerning the appointment of judges in Supreme Court, High Court and lower courts. Firstly, I will deal with the introduction. As we know, judiciary is an essential organ of the government and our constitution provides for the separation of power among the three organs, that is legislature, executive and judiciary, and that power of separation is between the center as well as state. And the judiciary plays a vital role in interpreting and safeguarding the constitution whenever a dispute arises. That the judiciary is a powerful organ of the government and Supreme Court is the highest and most powerful court which acts as a final interpreter as well as guardian of the constitution by protecting our fundamental rights. It is the highest court of law and final interpreter of the general laws of land. And the Supreme Court is the final appellate court in both civil as well as criminal matters. If we talk about the appointment of judges in the Supreme Court, a Supreme Court has vast power and functions. Hence, it is required that the judges of the Supreme Court must have huge responsibilities. Thus, the Supreme Court judges need to be appointed through a just and fair process without any bias, so that the working of the Supreme Court can be carried out in an efficient manner. If we talk about the composition of the Supreme Court judges, that is provided by Article 124 of the Indian Constitution. Article 124 of the Indian Constitution provides for the constitution and establishment of the Supreme Court. As per Article 124, Supreme Court of India comprises of the Chief Justice and the number of judges as prescribed by the Parliament by law. If we talk about the initial condition, initially the number of judges were 7 excluding the Chief Justice of India. Presently there are total 34 judges in the Supreme Court including CJI. If we talk about the qualification that is required to be a judge of the Supreme Court, to be a judge of the Supreme Court there must be a person who must be a citizen of India. He may have any one of the following qualifications. These are: number 1, he must have 5-year experience as a judge in High Court. Thus, this experience of 5 years may be one High Court or in more than one High Court. So he may have 2-year experience in one High Court and 3-year experience in another High Court. Thus, total 5-year experience is required to be a judge of the Supreme Court. And the second, as per second qualification, he must have 10-year experience as an advocate of High Court, or in the opinion of the Supreme Court, he may be a distinct jurist. Thus, till now, no judges have been appointed using the third condition. Thus, these 3 conditions are required to be a judge of the Supreme Court. Mostly, judges of the Supreme Court are appointed on the basis of 5-year experience as a judge in High Court. Till now, only 8 persons have been appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court on the basis of their 10-year experience as an advocate in High Court. The judges who have been appointed on this condition, one of them, that is the Justice Indu Malhotra. If we talk about the appointment of judges of the Supreme Court, to understand the method for the appointment of the judges of the Supreme Court, we need to divide it in the following manner. Firstly, the procedure of the appointment of judges before 99th Amendment, and secondly, the procedure of appointment of Supreme Court judges after the 99th Amendment Act, and thirdly, the current procedure of appointment of the Supreme Court judges. We need to know about all these procedures. If we talk about the Article 124 Clause 2 of the Constitution, it states that every judge of the Supreme Court shall be appointed by the President by warrant under his head and seal on the recommendation of the National Judicial Appointment Commission, that is also known as NJAC, as provided by Article 124 Clause A. According to Article 124 Clause A, NJAC consists of Chief Justice of India, Number two, two other senior judges of the Supreme Court. Thirdly, and the Union Law Minister, and two eminent people that to be nominated by the committee consisting of the Prime Minister, Chief Minister, and leader of the opposition. Thus, by 99th Amendment Act, NJAC was constituted, which held that the appointment of judges can be shared with the political executives. It was a huge change in the appointment method of the judges of the Supreme Court. But after the case of Supreme Court of Advocates on Record versus Union of India, Supreme Court struck down the NJAC as unconstitutional and void, as the court declared that the NJAC Act altered the basic feature of the Constitution, as it impairs the independence of judiciary and separation of power by conferring the arbitrary power on the various authorities under the statute. After this previous collegiate system got revived, if we talk about the current procedure for the appointment of the Supreme Court judges, Article 124 to 147 of the Indian Constitution Part 5 deals with the organization, independence, jurisdiction, power and procedure of the Supreme Court, and Parliament also authorizes to regulate them. If we talk about the collegium system, the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President, and Chief Justice of India is appointed by the President after consultation with the judges of the Supreme Court, and other judges are appointed by the President after consultation with the Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court. Thus, consultation with the Chief Justice is essential in case of appointment of the judges other than the Chief Justice. In India, there is a collegium system to deal with the appointment of the judges and transfer of the judges also. The judicial independence of the Supreme Court ensures that there would not only be interference of the branch of state, including the executive as well as legislative, in the appointment of the transfer of judges. Collegium system in India has evolved over due to three popular cases. These three popular cases are: first case, that is the Union of India versus S.P. Gupta in 1982, and second case that was responsible for this collegium system, that was Union of India versus Supreme Court Advocates on Record Association, that was in 1993, and the third case in this series was the special reference 1998. After the second judge case of 1993, the Supreme Court evolved the principle of judicial independence, and the third judge case had resulted in forming the MOP, that is Memorandum of Procedure, of the appointment of the Supreme Court judges. If we want to know MOP means Memorandum of Procedure, that is an agreement between the government and the judiciary that have set guidelines for the appointment of judges of the Supreme Court. This MOP was formulated after the third judge case in order to govern the process of how the collegium system would make recommendations to executive. How does collegium system works? The collegium system of the Supreme Court consists of 5 senior most judges, including the CJI, which is considered the elevation of Chief Justice and judges of the High Court to Supreme Court, and elevation of judges of the High Court as Chief Justice and elevation of the judges. In case of difference of opinion, majority view will prevail. Next point, I will delve with how the collegium system works. We must know about the working of the collegium system. Collegium of Supreme Court consists of 5 senior most judges, including CJI. They will consider the elevation of Chief Justice as well as judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts, and elevation of the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, and elevation of the judges in case of difference of opinion. The majority view will prevail, and the Constitution mandates the consultation with the Chief Justice of India, which is necessary for the appointment of judges. Thus, in a collegium system, judges are appointed by the transfer of judges, which are decided by a forum consisting of CJI and 4 senior most judges. What does our Constitution prescribes? If we want to know what does our Constitution prescribe for the appointment of judges, Article 124 deals with the appointment of Supreme Court judges. It says that the appointment of judges should be made by the President after consultation with the Chief Justice of India and other judges of the High Court and Supreme Court. Similarly, Article 217 deals with the appointment of High Court judges. It says that a judge should be appointed by the President after consultation with the Chief Justice of India and Governor of the state. And Chief Justice of the concerned High Court should also be consulted. In case of Supreme Court, Advocates on Record Association versus Union of India, it was held by Honorable Apex Court that the collegium system it exists before NJAC would become again operative. But the court also ordered for the introduction of the appropriate measures in order to improve the 20-year-old collegium system. For this purpose, memorandum of procedure was brought so that now collegium system will work as per memorandum of procedure. The memorandum of procedure may indicate the eligibility criteria such as minimum age. Second, to bring the transparency in the appointment procedure, and the appointment procedure must be made available on the website of the current court. Thirdly, the memorandum of procedure may provide for the establishment of the secretariat for better management of the collegium system. And lastly, and memorandum may provide for the appointment mechanism to deal with the complaint against anyone who is considered for the appointment as a judge. These suggestions were given by the court to enhance the collegium system till date, and this system is being followed for the appointment of judges of the Supreme Court. This was all about the appointment of judges in the Supreme Court, High Courts and lower courts. If you like, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel for the further update. Thank you.